Just recently acquired these beer cans. They're still full, probably from the 1950s, 60s. Need to get the beer out so it doesn't damage them. Gonna see what it looks like. Hey there, I'm Chris. We got here about 9 sealed cans, beer cans from the 50s. I used to collect when I was a kid. It used to be a really cool thing to keep beer in the cans, and it was neat to have them full, but over time they do tend to leak. Like the St. Pauli girl was probably full at one time. It leaked out. The can is still sealed on top and bottom. As you can see, it did cause some corrosion around the bottom of the seam, the black part. So that's why we're going to have to empty these other ones. Just kind of a protective thing. I don't think anybody really cares whether they're full or not anyway. So what I'm going to do is take and see what they look like when we pour them out. I got a few different glasses here, and I think I'll start with Asahi. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It has a top vanity lid. It's in Japanese. I don't know what that says. Probably instructions on how to open it, would be my guess. It looks like it has a date code on the bottom, 41308, which is, I'm guessing the 08 is maybe for 58 or 68, probably 58. So we want to take and open these from the bottom, because that's just what people that collect like. So I don't know how this is going to go here, but we're going to try it. Lots of carbonation. Lots of carbonation. Glad that pick's in there, because it would be spraying all over the place right now. Holy smokes. It's like pushing it back out. Okay. Very foamy. Okay. This actually still looks like, honestly, it looks like it's drinkable.
Do it.
I may actually, I might take a little sniff of it. I don't know if I'm gonna drink any. Look at this. I'm not gonna do the whole thing right now, but a little cloudy. Might be some rust, some extra iron in your diet from there. But yeah, that's Asahi. So let's put that one there and let that settle in. Okay, next up we're gonna have a Cerveza Caracas, and this is I believe it's a Venezuelan beer. This one unfortunately seems to have leaked out on its own, down to next to nothing. So there's not too much in here. I don't know if we'll get enough out in the glass to really make a difference, but we'll give it a shot. And I know I could hit this with my hand, but I'd just rather not. Okay. Caracas. That's probably going to be a lot of, I guess, corrosion, rust, whatever, in this one. That's in it, obviously being mostly leaked out. You're not going to get much foam out of that. That's kind of gross, but expected, right? So there's the Caracas next to that. Okay, we're going to try the Tuborg, and of course Tuborg is from Germany, I believe. Is that right? Denmark, pardon me. Ooh. Hear that? That's the sound of goodness escaping right there. Go Tuborg. I just want to note the Asahi over here still has like a bit of a head on it. That's how carbonated it still is. These things did really well. I mean, the ones that didn't leak and weren't exposed. I mean, at this point right here, this beer looks not bad. Okay, like I said, we don't have to empty it all the way right now. So that's Tuborg. I mean, I'm telling you, you wouldn't know that from a beer you just opened that you bought at the supermarket. That smells just like a beer should smell. Carlsberg, also Danish. So we're going to flip him upside down. The other ones, we're going to get him going. Not seeing the carbonation in the Carlsberg, so oh boy, that's putting out a lot of junk. It started out good, now nope. That one's not getting a drink from me. That's gross. You get the picture. Weird, it smells like wine. Strange. I'll get that. So I'm going to put him over here. Actually, we'll put him over here so I don't block the camera. Alright, our last foreign one is Kirin. I'm pronouncing that right. That's got a nice vanity lid as well on top of it. I think all the foreign ones do. And date code on the bottom. I don't know how to decipher that. 2123330. Okay, you say so. Ooh, it wants to spray. Very carbonated. Oh. See that? It really wants to let loose. And I'm keeping it in there like a finger in the dike. Ooh, well, okay. Ooh, I bet he feels better. Holy smokes. All right. Okay. Let's get him his own glass. By the way, thank you for washing these afterwards. Appreciate it. Oh boy. Made a mess of that. But again, this beer looks and smells good. That's actually pretty amazing. And again, I'm not going to pour it out. You know, somebody's gonna ask sooner or later, so it's not bad. Could be worse. Okay. Put him right here. Alright, next up, we're going to more of the domestics now. And Lucky Lager, and this is an example too of when beer starts to leak down through the seal a little bit. it started to take off a little bit of the chrome at the bottom of the can. So again, we're going to get her open here. A little bit of air escaping, but not a lot, so this one's probably pretty flat. Probably gonna have some rust come out of it too. Yeah, it's got debris. I would not. It's a little bit better looking than that earlier one, but it's not terrible, but you can definitely see chunks of something floating around in that. Nope. But there we go. There's another one. Those are probably blocking the camera. I'll put them over here. So, Blitz Weinhard. Let's go with him. Okay. Dirty glass. Dusty. Okay. Well, this one doesn't have any rust in it, but it doesn't have much carbonation either, so. Yeah, it's starting to get some, yeah, there's some debris floating around there. So clearer, but still, that's a big no from me. So that's going to bring us down to our last two that aren't flat top cans. They're actually some of the first, what I would call pull tab cans. They call them zip tops. Again, probably early 60s. Heidelberg here has mostly leaked out. I don't think he'll have too much for us here. I'll put this really cruddy glass up here for that. Just get about everything out of him. He didn't have that much in him. Nope. That's another big nope. Okay, so the last can, this one, save this one for last because Narragansett was probably one of the first to go to a zip top, and maybe the first to go to a zip top or tab opening can. So it's kind of great that it made it this far with beer in it, but you know, it's just one of those things. If you want to preserve it, it's unfortunately got to go. So we're going to open it up. See what this one is like. No air escaping there at all. So it's probably gross. It's pretty dark. Yeah, it's dark and muddy. I can't imagine that's what, at least that's not what the newer Narragansett looks like. That's pretty gross. That's not really good at all. Would I actually drink any of these? Honestly, the Kirin wasn't bad, and this other Asian beer over here, that actually tastes just like regular beer. That actually tastes pretty decent. That's actually pretty surprising. It still has a head on it too. So kudos to those two. The rest of them are a big no. They're gross. All right, hope you found it interesting. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Michelle.
Yep.